Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Advisory. This is the second part of our testing skills lesson. Okay, so one thing that I mentioned in the last lesson was that tests are not just taken in school, right? There are many times in your life where you might have to take a test. So just keep in mind that these skills are essential for not just your current life, but your future as well, okay? So, tests in the real world. Okay, so if this is an example of a test, the knowledge, one of the hardest tests in the world. To pass it, you must spend 2 to 4 years studying on a bicycle, memorize 25,000 street names, and find the shortest route between any two locations. I wonder if you can guess what this profession is that you need to take this test for. I'll give you like a second to think about it. You're right. It is to become a cab driver in London. Good job. So maybe you don't want to become a cab driver, right? But almost any career you choose will have some kind of test, right? So this is just an example. So we're going to go through this lesson. We're going to go through different professions and tell you, and show you whatever tests that you have to take in order to become whatever profession it is, right? Okay, so here we have a doctor. So this is Georgia. She wants to become a doctor that helps cancer patients. So the test that she might need to take, right, is the SAT, the ACT, AP test in high school. So currently, just last week you took, or a couple weeks ago, you took the PSAT. Okay. When you're an 11th grader, you'll take the SAT. And the AP test are the classes that you take. If you hear that there's an AP course in Spanish, there's one in psychology, there's a couple others in high school that you will have the opportunity to take. You also have college or finals, not just in high school, but you will also have finals in college if you decide to go to college. And then when you take the medical college admission test, the MCAT, and then there's a medical licensing board exams that you'll also have to take. So again, it's just reiterating that it's important to understand these skills and techniques, okay? So here's a dude who wants to be a foreign service officer. His name is Patrick. He wants to travel the world and work as a diplomat for the U.S. State Department. So again, all the tests that you'll see, the high school tests, are pretty similar across the board because in order to graduate into, you need to take some of these tests, okay? And then you have the 4 years of finals, graduate records examination, the GRE. That's what I had to take when I had to go back to grad school, okay? And then foreign service officers test. So that's a specific test in order to get the specific job that he wanted, okay? We have an electrician. So this is Maria. She wants to become an electrician. So the GED test, right? So she studied to get her GED. She's got that 2 years or finals for an associate's, and then final exam for her apprenticeship. And then she has additional tests in Spanish or green technology to specialize in certain areas, okay? All right, and here's a guy, Jake, wants to run operations for the Navy. Okay, so if he decides that the Navy is the route that he wants to take, he would have to take his GED test, military entrance exam, the physical fitness test, and Navy officer exams. Okay, so these are all exams that these certain people would have to take in order to get into these positions. So as you can see, high school is not the only place you'll be expected to take tests. And these are important skills to learn, not only for you to graduate high school, but beyond that as well. So for the reflection part of this lesson, I just want you to kind of think a little bit about what job you might want someday, okay? And if you want to look it up online on Google, if you have your Chromebook open, if you want to just look up and see what kind of tests you might need to take, okay? If you wanted to be a nurse, what kind of test would you need to take? If you want to be a counselor, what kind of test would you need to take? Okay, so this is just something to kind of think about. Again, so as we go through these lessons, I just want you to keep this in the front of your mind that even if you're like, I don't want to take this test in high school or whatever, right? Like it's very much a part of life. Okay, so yes, spend the rest of the time just Googling the jobs that you might want. You can go through your Maya Learning profile, which we should be familiar with the ICAP survey, to look at the jobs that you selected. All right, guys, thanks. We'll see you next time. Have a good day.